Good evening. Good evening. It's a little jarring because it's daylight savings time and wow, it's still light out. So welcome. I'm Michelle Thompson with Resistant Vision Coaching and Consulting. And on Monday evenings, I show up and provide us with a little bit of tapping relief because the world seems to be on fire. Wherever you turn, it seems to be on fire. Um, I I'm not going to pick which fire. It's not meant to do that. What I want us to do is to be able to figure out where we want to put our energy and what direction we want to go into, and use this as a chance to pull out the places where we find ourselves in fight, fight, or freeze, and we can't figure out a way forward because it just seems like everything is in our way. And when I talk about the world being on fire, it's not necessarily the world overall. Your personal world may be on fire too. I've known a lot of people who've lost family, people with power out in Maine, all sorts of things. And these are the kinds of things that wear on us and put us in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. True story, I was traveling this past weekend and I spent darn close to 24 hours in airports. And if I didn't have this tool, this would have been much stickier situation, right? And so I was able to pivot and make different plans and figure out how to handle things. And I attribute that to having the tool of EFT. So before we get started, if you are in treatment for anything medical or psychological, this is not meant to take the place of this, but a lovely supplement to doing that. You don't have to know anything about EFT, just follow along. I'll walk you through it. If the word, this is about radical self-responsibility. So if the words do not resonate with you, don't use them, change them and do something else. That's fine. I'm not offended. And there's nothing to do with the fact that I can't hear you. It's do what makes this work for you. We're going to do 3 rounds. Before we get started, just take a moment and just take a deep breath in and exhale. And just give a number between 0 and 10, 0 being nothing at all, 10 being please peel me off the ceiling, about the extent of anxious feelings that you're having in this moment. 0 to 10. I just was tapping with somebody, so everything is going to be 0 for me, but I'm holding space for you, and you probably want me to be at 0. So, and whatever that is, write that down and keep track of it, because we're going to track that as we move along, and that'll give you a sense of how effective this is. Okay, follow along. I will tell you where to tap, and I should probably say that tapping is emotional acupuncture without the needles. It's a way of making sure that the amygdala can actually, when we're doing things that are hard, we don't like, stressful, the amygdala is screaming back there. It's in your brain and it goes, oh my gosh, I can't, don't. And what we're doing is we're telling it to, there, settle down. It's okay. It's okay. No, our lives are not in danger. We're good. And once we can do that, it actually opens up many possibilities. So we're going to start by tapping on the side of the hand. And you're going to repeat the phrases after me, not the places. Even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Still tapping on the side of the hand, even though all the things, repeat that. I'm just tapping on it, and I'm open to the possibility that this can shift. And still tapping on the side of the hand. Even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. We'll start tapping on the top of the head. All the things. Tapping on the eyebrows. All the things. Oh yes, and if you yawn or pass gas or any number of things, laugh, maybe some light tears, it's a good sign. It means that energy is moving. Tapping on the sides of the eyes, all the things. I'm gonna yawn a lot. Underneath the eyes, all the things. Above the lip, all the things. Above the chin, all the things. Tapping on the collarbones, all the things. Underneath the arm, all the things. And back to the top of the head, all the things. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And go ahead and do that rating between 0 and a 10 about the extent of anxious feelings that you might have. I feel really sleepy. I'm still a 0, and I'm noticing I'm feeling really, really sleepy, very, very relaxed. So if I start saying words and they get garbled, you've been warned. So go ahead and write down your number. If you want to put it in the chat, you can. If you would rather Just write it and keep it to yourself. That's good too. All right. Tapping on the side of the hand. We're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna repeat, we're gonna use the phrase all the things for all the points. And here's a setup, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Still tapping on the side of the hand, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Still on the side of the hand, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Tapping on top of the head, all the things, on the eyebrows, all the things. On the sides of the eye, all the things. Underneath the eyes, all the things. Above the lip, all the things. Above the chin, all the things. Tapping on the collarbones, all the things. Tapping underneath the arm, all the things. Tapping on top of the head, all the things. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, once again, between 0 and 10. How intense are the anxious feelings? 0 being none at all, 10 being I'm still on the ceiling. And again, if you want to put that in the chat, you can. If you would rather just write it and keep it to yourself, that's fine too. We're going to do one more round. And yeah, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Still tapping on the side of the hand, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Side of the hand, even though all the things, I'm just tapping on it and open to the possibility that this can shift. Tapping on top of the head, all the things. Tapping on the eyebrows, all the things. Tapping on the sides of the eyes, all the things. Tapping underneath the eyes, all the things. Tapping above the lip, all the things. Tapping above the chin, all the things. Tapping on the collarbones, all the things. Tapping underneath the arm, all the things. And tapping on top of the head, all the things. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Just do one more assessment. I'm still at a 0. I'm at 0 to 10 with your levels of anxious feelings. 0 being none at all, 10 being peel me off the ceiling. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. I hope that this helped to provide you some calm and some peace, because Lord knows we need some of that in this world. I generally work with women lawyers working 70, 90 hours a week who need work-life balance. And one of the many ways that we help to create that is by using the tool of emotional freedom techniques. So if you know somebody who fits that description and would love to connect with them, you could go ahead and send them this video. I would appreciate it. If you know anybody who could benefit from this, I would appreciate it. Please follow and like Resistant Vision TV. I would appreciate that. And I will see you here next week. Actually, you know what? I'm also going to be going live on Friday to talk a little bit more about resistant vision and what that means for clients. All right. See you Friday.